Good evening, my lovelies, and welcome. I'm Lady Creepypasta. Today we have another episode of The Good Shade Hotel. As of right now, this is the last episode, written by author HylainFae. Hopefully, she blesses us with new episodes soon. If you are not yet familiar with the series, go on to my YouTube channel and look up the Good Shade Hotel playlist so that you're up to date. For the rest of you though, my dears, it is time. So come, lean in closer, and we'll begin. April 7th. Today I saw an angel, a woman in white drifting by the edge of the lake. I was worried at first that she may be a ghost, but she appeared entirely solid. Her hair was golden and drifted in waves past her knees, and her footsteps brushed the shore so delicately that her movement was entirely silent. I wonder if I imagined her. Have I been alone in this cabin for too long? April 10th. I saw her again. She paused and looked at me as I stared from within the trees. I've never seen something so beautiful. Vibrant green eyes shone like emerald flame. The contrast against her fair skin was breathtaking. My stupor was broken as she smiled at me, and I felt the urge to go to her. My foot had only just lifted from the ground when she darted off into a cluster of trees nearer to the shore. What is this girl? Am I going crazy? Have I been stuck in this cabin too long, weaving tales of forest fantasy, so long that I now imagine that I am living in such a whimsical world? Perhaps writing in isolation is causing my mind to wander towards the edge of insanity. April 15th. The angel was outside my window again. I wish I had brought a camera when I decided to become a cottage-bound recluse. I have only myself, my pens, and my notebooks. No one will ever believe that my journal isn't just another tale woven from a vivid imagination. At least, I will know this is real. At least she will know. April 17th. I awoke only minutes ago to the sound of tapping on my door. I knew it was her. I knew she would return. I'm not sure what she wants, but perhaps she is as desperate for a companion in these lonesome woods as I am. By the time I opened the cabin door, she was just a few golden strands glimmering in the moonlight, disappearing into the trees yet again. April 25th. I haven't seen the angel in quite a while. Maybe I really did imagine her. I am lonelier than ever without her mysterious appearances. May 1st. She knocked on the door today, and I told her that she was welcome to come inside if she wanted to. She just smiled at me and muttered something under her breath, then leaned in and gave me a quick peck on the cheek before darting off into the wilderness. What a strange creature she is. I am astounded. I hope she returns. May 6th. I woke up to a song. It was dark outside. I couldn't understand the words, but I've never heard such a beautiful melody. I wandered outside to find her, following the sounds to the edge of the nearby lake. She was gone yet again. Only a ripple on the water and the silence from the trees were there to convince me that it hadn't been a dream. May 10th. I've taken ill the past few days. I'm unsure if I should remain isolated in an attempt to finish my novel. Perhaps I've been sick all along and these visions of a golden-haired beauty were just a facade created by my failing body. Perhaps this desolate place is giving me the courtesy of a beautiful calm before the storm. I should leave this place. May 12th. This sickness is ruining me. How could I have ever thought of leaving? My car is parked miles from here, and in my state, I doubt I could make the hike. I'll have to wait for the worst of the illness to pass before I make my way back into society. Even if I do, these fever dreams could lead me to an entirely new world of stories to tell. Once I have healed, I'll have to write out the scenes from that reality before I head back to the cluttered concrete world. These dreams lately, it's like a twisted fantasy playing behind my eyelids each night. Finally united with the golden temptress, only to find myself falling into the deep blue void and vanishing into nothingness. Vanishing, just as she does. May 14th. I don't ever want to leave this emerald world. I want to join the sharks in the ocean and find the fabled Atlantis. I will return home with the pride of a man who has crossed the veil into the world of dreams, and with me I will bring stories worthy of legend. This dear angel has been coming to me in my sleep. She has cared for me and offered me that which only a writer would seek. She will bring me with her as soon as this sickness passes. If not, I fear I've already gone mad, but it is wondrous. May 18th. I feel that the fever has passed, and I am unsure which events in the last 2 weeks are true and which were created from the fog of illness. Perhaps I may never know, but today I begin to write of the world I was brought to in those heated dreams of madness. I will write of the emerald-eyed girl, and perhaps when she returns, she will read my praises and honor me with more than a mere kiss on the cheek. May 19th. She was not an angel, but a devil in disguise. No work of fantasy could ever embody what reality I've lived tonight. I fear that I may not be around much longer to speak of it. I saw her through my window this evening, the hair and eyes still the embodiment of true beauty. However, her nails on my window appeared like talons. The glass contains a permanent mark from her attempt to get my attention. I might have thought I was still experiencing feverish hallucinations if it hadn't been for her smile. Her mouth is full of teeth that can only be compared to that of a shark. I turned off the lights and waited for the sounds of her claws raking against the walls to stop. It is silent now, but I fear what will become of me if she returns. This is something far darker than the depths I was brought to in my dreams. May 21st. I question if there was ever a girl at all. Is my conscience finally coming back to haunt me? It would make sense that a blonde spectre would come to haunt me, to taunt me through the windows as I had done in the past. I won't allow a ghost to chase me away from my goals. I will write. I will succeed. I will return to the world with my old self forgotten, and I will rise to fame. I will not allow the past to destroy me. No one will ever remember that man. I'd do it all again to get to where I am now, and I will not be mocked by a hallucination. May 25th. They did not deserve their lives. They were meant to be stepping stones on my path to success. They were meant for me. They were made for me. They were made for me. This angel is a devil and she was meant for me. They wanted to be hurt. She wants to be hurt. All of this is just a fever dream. May 27th. I'm dreaming. It's all dreams. There are no ghosts. The dead do not rise. It's all fantasy, just as I write and just as I've done. Fantasies of the past do not haunt the present. The future is mine. The future is mine. Sharks of the past are not coming to get me. They are sharks. They are sharks. Sharks deserve to die. June 1st. I knew she was a monster. She came inside while I was boiling a kettle. She tried to bite me. A shark, just like the young ones of the past. She's a monster, just like they called me. Even sharks are afraid of wolves. She was afraid when I tossed the water, and then she wasn't. She's more than a shark. I have to leave. I have to go far. Beneath the skin of the shark lies the face of the devil, the grin of a demon. She ran away, but not before I saw all too much. She's worse than a ghost from my past. I saw the face of the devil, and I fear she may come back to drag me down to hell. Why? Am I still sick? I must be. No one knew it was me. I cannot be judged. Please, if there is a God, don't let that demon take me. I didn't mean to hurt them. What happened next? That night, he made an attempt to leave the woods and run back to wherever he came from, and I stopped him. She sighed. Shame, though. He would have tasted much better had he let the sickness ruminate for another day or two. There's so much left unanswered, though. Who was he? Who was he rambling about? What did he do? Why did you kill him? Where did this book come from? This is the journal of one of my projects. Althea smiled to herself as she reminisced about past events. The mind of a writer is always so interesting, and though I can't tell you who he was, he did some vile things in his lifetime. All before you were born, though, so it's of no concern to you. Well, I was unsure of how to word the questions I had. What about the boiling water? You're not burned at all. Was that part true, or the, sickness you caused? You're asking if he hallucinated the horror he saw? Tyler, honey, you work with monsters. Do you honestly think we're all so beautiful and harmless? Behind every beautiful mask hides a terror just as awful. Danger and delight grow on one stalk. I stood and pondered over this information for a moment as she gave me a patronizing pat on the cheek. You want me to justify what I did, but there's no need to. Him and I, we were one and the same. Monsters hiding behind beautiful things. After all this time, I had become accustomed to this girl, entirely forgetting that we weren't even the same species. She always seemed so human. That's the problem with being surrounded by monsters every day. You forget they're dangerous. You forget that you only see the face they want you to see. Will you ever show me what he saw? You don't want to see. She gave me a smile as she walked away, and I couldn't help but notice the quick flash of shark-like teeth. Her teeth always made me shudder, but it helped me come to the realization that she was right. I didn't want to see what he saw. I didn't want to know what monsters thought the devil looked like. Thank you for joining me this evening, my dears. If you enjoyed this episode, do give this video a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube and leave me a comment in the section below. To those of you who are listening on the podcast, reach out to me on social media. I am Lady Creepypasta on Facebook, Twitter, and also on Instagram. A very big thank you and special shout out to my dark family on Patreon. Thank you for your support all these years. Your help really does keep this channel and podcast going. If you too would like to be like these special ghouls and support this channel and podcast on Patreon, go to patreon.com/LadyMcCreepypasta for more information. A direct link is in the episode description below. Unfortunately, my dears, that is all the time we have this evening. Till next time, sweet dreams.